Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we'll be using some of the icy bases we made in our last video to mount our magical icy direwolves. I got the STL file for these guys off of My Mini Factory. I will leave a link down in the description if you want to paint them along with me. I already base coated these lovely models with white primer Rust-Oleum flat spray paint, which is what I would recommend. I have tried at least 30 different white spray paints, and this one seems to lay down a thin layer without getting clogged in the small details or dripping, as long as you spray in burst and about 1 foot away. Now that we're all primed, we will start by laying down a thin layer of Army Painter Speed Paint Battleship Gray down along the spines, around the mane, and on the fluffy bits of the legs, and on some of the tails to give a variety. And now we're going to hang them out to dry on a third hand, which is a tool for soldering, but it comes in handy when you're painting multiple models and don't want to lay them down and smear the paint. When I was younger, I always painted with acrylics on black prime models, and let me tell you, painting with white or zenithal priming a model and then speed painting them was a game changer. It makes model painting extraordinarily faster. I know they're a little pricey, but they are worth it. On these models, I'm using an edited version of a technique I've seen another artist use to paint their direwolves or tundra wolves, and I'll leave a link down in the video description to their video. After we're done with the first layer, we're going to grab the first wolf we painted. He should almost be dry. I have a small fan off screen really putting in the work to get these guys good and dry between paint colors. We're going to lay down a layer of my favorite speed paint color, Magic Blue, over the top of the gray, but not covering it completely. This adds to the layers of the fur and gives the shades where the colors overlap. I am not being too over precise on these colors because if you overshoot or do something different, it will make that model stick out from the others of the same race or species. I thinned the paint just a little bit for the last wolf. I'm going to make him the leader, so I wanted his fur to look just a little different from the rest of the pack. Okay, our last shade of blue. I just wanted to make their nails look like they were shards of ice before I glued them down to the bases. So I hit them with the Speed Paint Royal Robes, and then we're going to put them on our custom frozen bases. If you want to learn how to make those bases, I'll leave a link at the end of the video to a tutorial. Alright, we're getting our wolves glued down to the bases, and now it's time to hit them with some Army Painter Speed Paint Royal Robes, making sure not to cover up all the other colors to give us some nice layering. We'll go back in and clean up with a dry brush and pick up any paint that is pooling up in the crevices. If we leave any of that and it dries in a puddle and it doesn't look very good. I really wanted to ramp up the magical prowess of these models, so I busted out the Folk Art Extreme Glitter holographic paint and put it over the horns. And I hadn't thought of it before starting, but I decided that the snow would look really cool if it sparkled like real snow in the sunlight. So we hit all the white on our bases with the glitter paint also. Now we're going to dry brush all over the fur with some plain white acrylic paint. I use the Army Painter Masterclass dry brush set, but you can use any cheap makeup brush to dry brush your models. So we get some paint on our brush, and then we brush about 99% of it off, and then lightly go over the top of our models in different directions. This makes the blue pop and gives them a nice frosty look. I had accidentally got some blue from when we were painting the fur on the horns, and the glitter paint didn't cover it. So I went back in and painted the horns white, and then went back in with more glitter. Final touch, we got a really little Citadel fine detail brush and did some white dots for their eyes and a thin layer over their teeth to really make them stand out. think these turned out really cool looking. I love models with detailed bases, and I think it adds so much to the final product. Thank you all for coming with me on this adventure. I had a really fun time painting these, and I hope you had a good time watching me create these magical beasts. I am just getting started on my YouTube journey, so please leave a comment and tell me what you would like to see painted or what you would put in your Icy D&D world. I will be trying to upload new D&D content at least once a week, so if you want to see more, please like, subscribe, and create.